This video is for memes. Don't take it seriously. I use ChatGPT to write this.
The hidden cosmology of Minecraft. A fragmented epic of creation, ruin, and recurrence. At first glance, Minecraft appears to be a boundless sandbox, procedurally generated wilderness where players punch trees, build shelters, and descend into caves. Yet beneath its minimalist surfaces and silent protagonists lies a mythic structure as intricate as any fantasy epic. Unlike controversial narratives, Minecraft tells its story indirectly through architecture, environmental decay, hostile entities, encrypted endgame text. Its lore is not declared, it is inferred. What emerges is a fractured cosmology, a story of ancient civilization, metaphysical dimensions, forbidden experimentation, and an eternal cycle between creation and oblivion. Point number 1, the silent world and echo builders. When a new world is generated, it is already old. Scattered across plains, oceans, deserts, and mountains are unmistakable signs of lost people. Desert temples, jungle temples, strongholds, mine shafts, ocean monuments, ruin portals, bastion, and ancient space. These are not natural formations. They are constructed with invention, yet no living human civilization inhabits them. The prevailing interpretation is that the player is not the first intelligent being in this world. The structures imply a once advanced builder civilization, technologically adept enough to manipulate redstone, in-world analog to electricity, construct interdimensional portals, and mine vast subterranean networks. However, their architecture reveals something else: fear. Strongholds are hidden underground, ocean monuments are guarded, ancient cities are buried deep underneath the earth, sealed with skulk growths and patrolled by the warden. These are not monuments of triumph, they are remnants of desperation. The builders appear to have faced an extensional threat. Their last strongholds lead not to safety but to another dimension. Point number 2, the Nether. Industrial hellscape in the ethics of exploration. The Nether is a hostile, fiery dimension accessible through constructive portals of obsidian. It is a place of lava seas, warped biomes, and grotesque fortresses. Its ecology is alien, yet systematized, suggesting that it too has been colonized. Nether fortresses contain blaze spawners, devices that generate hostile, flaming entities. This applies technologically mastery or mob spawning mechanics, suggesting the builders either created or enslaved these beings. Bastions house piglins, a gold-obsessed humanoid species with their own culture and architecture. Piglins are intelligent, capable of battering, yet hostile unless appeased. They are not mindless monsters, they are indigenous. The implication is troubling. The builders may have invaded the Nether for resources, netherite, blaze rods, quartz, disrupting its natural order. The presence of ruined portals scattered across the overworld suggests repeated, perhaps reckless experimentation with dimensional travel. The Nether, then, may represent more than a hellscape. It may symbolize industrial overreach. It is a realm exploited for power, and possibly the beginning of the builder's downfall. Point number 3, the end, exile, evolution in the birth of the Endermen. The stronghold's end portals lead to the end, a void-bound dimension of floating islands composed of pale endstone. Here dwells the Ender Dragon, a singular, imposing entity that presides over a landscape of end cities and chorus plants. End cities are unmistakably constructed by the same architectural logic as overworld strongholds. They are vertical, defensive, and adorned with ships containing elytra, advanced gliding apparatus. The implication is clear: the builders fled here, but they did not remain unchanged. Throughout the overworld and nether roam Endermen, tall, teleporting entities capable of picking up blocks. They are neutral unless provoked, speak in distorted echoes, and drop ender pearls, key components in accessing the end. Many theorists suggest that the Endermen are the evolutionary remnants of the builders themselves. If so, the end was not sanctuary, but transformation. Prolonged exposure to its alien environment may have altered their physiology. Chorus fruit enables teleportation. Endstone radiates otherworldly properties. Over time, the builders adapted, growing taller, losing their speech, becoming interdimensional wanderers. In this reading, the end is both prison and crucible. The builders fled extinction only to transcend or degrade into something no longer human. Point number 4. The Warden and Skulk, a different catastrophe. Recent discoveries in the deep dark biome complicate the narrative. The ancient cities are constructed in the depths of the overworld and contain skulk growth, a spreading sensor-based biomass that responds to vibration. At its center works the Warden, a blind yet devastating guardian. Unlike other hostile mobs, the Warden is not meant to be conquered but avoided. Its design philosophy differs fundamentally from bosses like the Ender Dragon or the Wither. It is an environmental horror intricate. The Skulk appears infectious, converting organic experience in gameplay terms XP into growth. This suggests a parasitic relationship with life itself. Some speculate that the builders experimented with Skulk technology, perhaps as a power source or communication network, and lost control. Ancient cities contain portal-like frames of reinforced deep slate. Unlike nether portals, these structures hint at another, as yet an unexplored dimension. If the nether represents industrial exploration and represents exile, the deep dark may represent internal collapse, a catastrophe born not of invasion, but of scientific hubris. Point number 5, the Wither, manufactured oblivion. The Wither is not naturally occurring. It is constructed by the player from soul sand and wither skeleton skulls, components found in the nether. Its design is ritualistic, echoing forbidden assembly. This implies that the builders could have created the Wither as well. If so, the Wither may have been a weapon, an attempt to combat another threat, but it is uncontrollable, attacking indiscriminately at devastating terrain. In mythic terms, the Wither resembles a golem of annihilation, a god forged from death and soul energy. Its existence supports the thesis that the builders engaged in increasingly difficult experimentation, culminating in disaster. Point number 6, the end poem, meta-cosmetic revelation. Upon defeating the Ender Dragon, the player encounters the end poem, a solo dialogue between two cosmic entities observing the player. The text speaks of dreams, simulation, and awakening. It suggests that the player exists within a long dream, and that the universe is both infinite and intimately personal. The moment reframes the entire lore. The cosmic narrators describe the player as reading the game, implying awareness beyond the fourth wall. Creation in Minecraft is recursive. The player builds within a world generated by code, while the text implies the world dreams the player in return. The lore thus ascends from archaeology to metaphysics. The builder's story becomes microcosm of the player's own, striving, constructing, experimenting, risking destruction. Point number 7, villagers and illagers, cultural divergence. In the overworld remain villagers, peaceful, trading entities with structured settlements. Their adversaries, illagers, pillagers, evokers, indicators, inhabit woodland mansions and outposts, practicing dark magic. The villagers may represent a cultural offshoot in the builders who rejected technological excess, but they do not build portals or experiment with skulk. They farm, trade, and reproduce. The illagers, by contrast, pursue magical manipulation, totems of undying, vex summoning, suggesting ambition akin to the ancient civilization. This cultural schism, mirrors broader themes, restraint versus ambition, sustainability versus domination. Point number 9, or 8, I genuinely forgot. Cynical creation, the player as successor. The player arrives alone in the world marked by ruin. They mine resources, construct portals, defeat dragons, and build cities. In doing so, they reenact the arc of the builders. Will the player repeat their mistakes? The game mechanics subtly encourage industrialization, automatic farms, mob grinders, massive terraforming, yet nothing compels conquest. The player may choose harmony, architecture, exploration, or total extraction. Thus, Minecraft's lore is not fixed. It is participatory. The past serves as a warning. The future remains unwritten. Conclusion, a myth written in blocks. The lore of Minecraft is remarkably precisely because of its incomplete. It exists in ruins, hostile biomes, cryptic texts, and environmental implication. It speaks through absence, the builder's fall, the Enderman's transformation, the Nether's exploitation, the Deep Dark's horror, all converge into a meditation on ambition and consequence. Unlike traditional epics, Minecraft does not impose a moral. Instead, it constructs a stage upon which the player performs the next chapter. Every structure built, every portal opened, every dimension conquered adds to the mythos. In the end, Minecraft suggests that creation and destruction are inseparable, and that every world, no matter how procedurally generated, carries the sediment of forgotten stories beneath its surface.
Okay, once again, that was all for memes. It was written by ChatGPT. If you did stay, thank you so much. I know it was stupid. Goodbye.